So before I got on this journey of self-improvement, I used to spend a lot of my time on screens, such as my phone, obviously the main one, gaming, watching Netflix or whatever kind of subscription channel with movies and TV shows. Um, I used to watch a lot of movies. I remember for one summer, like last summer, right? Um, I was watching the Marvel MCU series, right? The timeline. And I said to myself, I'm gonna watch every single movie like in chronological order. And I did that every single day for a whole summer. And I was proud of myself because of that. And looking back on it now, like, yeah, I enjoyed it, but what a fucking waste of time. Like, fuck me. Those movies are about 2 hours long, right? Let's say my summer was only 2 months long. That's 60 days, 2 hours a day. That's 120 hours of just watching movies on a screen on my laptop. 120 hours. Let's just imagine I replace that time with reading something educational. Let's say instead of 2 hours every day I spent watching those movies, I read educational books on finance, economics, how to live a happy life, how to build skills, how to communicate with people in just 2 months. How much better of a person do you think I would be if I just did that instead? How much more of a knowledgeable and skillful man would I be right now? Probably a lot better off, right? Like you can imagine this. And some of you are sitting there and probably thinking you've done a similar sort of thing, or you probably still do that to this day. Like you probably watch a movie every day or even just once a week. And I'm telling you now, it's such a waste of time. You guys might not realize this right now at the moment, but you will one day, and you will regret it. You will look back on it and think, what the fuck was I doing? Since that time went on, I don't even remember the last time I played video games. I don't really remember the last time I watched a full movie by myself. I watched a movie a few weeks ago with my family once, and that was like the first time I watched a movie this whole month, maybe even in the past 2 months. I honestly don't remember. I've had TikTok deleted from my phone for over a year and a half now. And believe me when I say, I have been so much more productive when I've taken these things away from my space. I've been able to do so much more and I feel so much better. I remember the first time I was hearing about TikTok, it was when I was about 16, maybe 15 sort of. I was in year 11 of school, secondary, and or maybe year 10. Around year 10, 11, around that time, right? I was about 15, 16, and these guys were my mates at the time in my school were talking about this new thing called TikTok. It wasn't really that new, but we'd heard about it before, and some of them had downloaded it, right? And they were talking about it and they were like, oh my god, like it's actually such a good app. Like you guys might take the piss because like only girls use the app or whatever, but like it's actually a good app. Like it's so cool. Like you can look at all these like pretty girls on there, you can see all this like random bullshit, all the videos are funny. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I downloaded it the same day, and I remember I was watching it, and I was having so much fun. I was mindlessly scrolling that before I even knew it, 3 hours of my time went by. 3 fucking hours the first time I used this app. I was holding my phone like this, looking at it, lying on my bed like a fucking nerd, going like this. This is you, by the way. This is you, if you don't know it. For 3 hours. The fucking first time I've used this app. And the next, like... it's just funny because I look back now and I'm just like, what a fucking dumbass kid. And in the moment, I just was so oblivious to the fact of what I had just done. The next day I went into school, I said to my mate, I was like, yo, bro, that TikTok app's actually pretty cool, you know? Like, I was on it and I just spent 3 hours scrolling, like, I didn't even realize. And he was like, yeah, bro, it's a good app. And I think back to that. And what a fucking bunch of retarded kids. Like, what the fuck are you doing? 3 hours of my time I spent staring at a screen, didn't even move from that spot. And most people don't realize what effect this has on you. And most people don't realize how bad it actually is and how bad it's gotten, not just to you, but for the whole of society, the whole of humanity, how bad it's actually gotten. It's insane. It's such a big problem and people don't realize it. But hopefully you now, watching this video, you realize how bad it is, right? I want you to say right now, you know how bad it is. And it's not just with phones, because I would have gone off TikTok at that moment, gone and eaten my dinner and came back up and then started playing on my PlayStation for another fucking 2 hours or whatever. It's not just the phones, it's everything. It's the gaming, the TV, the screens. I understand, like, sometimes you do need to do work. Have to do work at your laptop. You're gonna have to look at a screen at some point, right? That's just the way things work nowadays. You're gonna have to look at a screen when you need to do something productive. Obviously then it's completely fine. But the thing is, most people don't use screens to do productive things. So when I actually wanted to make the change of lowering my screen time, I downloaded this app, right? And it took all my data from my daily phone time, my daily screen time on my phone, just my phone. It took the data, it analyzed it. I think it was like 7, 8 hours a day, maybe 7 at that point. And it took the data and it analyzed it. And this app told me if I carried on doing what I was doing, I would waste 33 years of my life staring at a screen. 33 fucking years. Some people don't even make it to 33. And I would spend 33 years of my life on my phone. As soon as I saw that, I didn't even know what to do. Like, firstly, when I actually deeped what I was reading, right? And as soon as I read that, I just knew in myself that I had to make a change and put an end to this, because it's just so insane how bad that is. And some of you watching right now, you probably don't even know what your fucking screen time is. There's some people out here who don't even know they're spending 13, 14 hours on their phone. And believe me when I say that, some of you might be like 6, 7, maybe even 4 or 5, which is still bad, by the way. There's some people out there who I've met who have a screen time of 16 hours a day, 15, 14. I've met people who have those kinds of screen times. And it's just insane. It's like, it's crazy. What I want you to do right now, I want you to go and check your screen time if you already know it. Just go into your screen time, right? Have a look at what it is, your daily screen time. Go on to like ChatGPT or whatever, go on to some data analysis tool and just ask it, I go on my phone this many hours a day. How much of my life will I use by doing this, by being on my phone for this amount of hours? Just ask it that and see what it says. I want all of you to do that right now. and then come back. Probably a fucking lot of your life, right? Probably a fucking lot. Probably years upon years, maybe even decades. Maybe even worse than decades. I don't even know like how bad it is for some people, but I know it's bad for everyone. And it's such an issue nowadays and people don't realize it, and that's why I'm here trying to explain to you why it's so bad. And it's not all your fault, because phones have been designed to make you addicted. They've been designed specifically to keep you addicted to it and never let go of it. Just think about it this way, right? Apple, so most of you, in fact, probably have an Apple iPhone right now, but this still applies if you have an Android phone. Apple has invested a total of $1 trillion into their phones. Into the iPhone, sorry. $1 trillion. Can you even imagine how much fucking money that is? Like, if you took the wealth of the whole world's population, obviously excluding like the top 10 billionaires or 20, whatever, if you just exclude from them, right? If you took the whole world's population of wealth, it still wouldn't amount to $1 trillion. And that amount of money has been invested into creating this product. I can't show you because I'm recording on my iPhone right now. That amount of money has been invested into this tool designed to keep you addicted. And so obviously they're gonna fucking succeed when they do it. It might take a few years, but they will keep you addicted. There's so many little things they do to just keep you hooked onto your phone. Like, you probably don't even let go of your phone throughout the day. It's probably in your hand or in your pocket the whole fucking day. You probably don't even leave it in another fucking room. Or as soon as a notification pops up, you have to go straight to your phone like a dopamine addict. This tool is purely designed to keep you trapped in this loop, this feedback loop. It's crazy. $1 trillion specifically has been invested into this. So you can probably imagine investing $1 trillion into something like this is gonna be fucking successful, right? There's so many little things they do to keep you addicted. Like, it's just crazy. And the way they do these little things is through dopamine. Even just like all the colorful apps you have in your phone, even just seeing that when you open your phone releases a bit of dopamine in your brain. Just seeing those bright colors on your phone. If you have a look at like where your apps are right now, you can probably look at them and they're all like really bright, nice, colorful colors that you like. Just that little thing releases dopamine in your brain. And I'll tell you now, and I'll explain to you, the worst is short form content. The science behind short form content is because it's such a short clip, right? When you watch it, because it's so short, dopamine instantly gets released in your brain. And when that happens, it tells your brain, right? It tells your brain, I don't want to watch anything longer than however long this video was. So if you watch like a video, right, and it's like 15 seconds of like, I don't know, some guy walking down the street and he falls over, right? And it's like literally 15 seconds. That releases dopamine in your brain because it's making you laugh, it's making you happy. And because it was so short, your brain is telling you, I want to watch that again and I don't want to watch anything longer than that. And that destroys your whole focus. It destroys your attention span. It completely destroys your ability to stay focused. And that's why you guys need to stop this. If you have goals right now, right? If you have goals in life, if you want to achieve something, if you want to be successful, you need to understand that the phone is the enemy. Not just the phone, multiple screens, TVs, whatever it is, gaming, all of it. It's the fucking enemy. And there are certain changes you can make and certain steps you can take to be able to cut this down and eventually just stop it all. The first thing is you can actually make the content you watch educational at least. I'm not gonna lie, I do still watch videos, right? I don't watch TV though, I don't watch any kind of series, I don't use Netflix, I don't play video games. I watch educational videos sometimes on YouTube, and it is rare, probably maybe once every few days, maybe once a day if I really need to know something. But that stuff is beneficial because you can learn from that and you can implement those things into your own life. And so at least if you're watching educational content instead of some fucking bullshit brain rot, I don't even know like what shit comes up on TikTok nowadays, but if you're watching content on how to improve your financial situation or how to speak better, how to become more articulate, or the top 10 books you should read on self-improvement or something like that. If you're watching videos like that, that's good, that's not bad. But it's the other bullshit that you see, that quickly releases dopamine in your brain. That's the bullshit you need to stop. All the memes, all the fucking try not to laugh or whatever, I don't even fucking know. That's what needs to stop. And so when I started off, there were a few small changes I made. Obviously there are big changes, but it's really hard to do those things when you first start because you're so addicted to going on your phone, right? So a few things I changed was, the first one, there's this thing called raise to wake on iPhones, right? Where as soon as you just grab your phone, or if you just tap your phone, it will turn on. I turned that off immediately, right? I turned off all my notifications. I deleted TikTok, which was so fucking helpful. Just taking the action of deleting the app was so fucking helpful. I saved so much time by doing that. I designed the layout of my phone to be more productive, so when I open my phone, I only see apps that I use to do productive things. So I have like ChatGPT there as like a little widget. I have this app I downloaded, I'll go into it in a minute, which tracks your screen time and stuff. I have like a little widget that analyzes the stock markets that I'm currently following. And just those little things, right? Just those little things will help you to do so much better. There's also this mode you can turn on your phone where if you double click the power button, it will turn your phone into complete grey mode, and that it's supposed to reduce your time on your phone by like 20 or 30% or something like that. I don't actually use it that much because it doesn't I'm not really on my phone too much, but when I first started using it, it was very helpful because you're not getting that dopamine released into your brain by seeing all these powerful colors and stuff. I don't want to explain the science behind it, but yeah, you can, I think it's called like grayscale or something in settings. You can just go look it up on YouTube or something. But yeah, that's supposed to reduce your time on your phone by like 20-30%. That's another thing I did. And this other thing I did was I downloaded this app called Opal. This video isn't sponsored or anything like that, I'm just telling you what I did. This app called Opal, right? And that's the app that if you download it will analyze like your screen time or whatever. And it will tell you how much time you can save. And it basically, you can choose the apps that you go on the most, and it basically blocks out those apps until like after like 8 p.m. or after like 5 p.m. So you work from 9 to 5. And then after 5 you can go on them, but between 9 to 5 it will just block out the app. And you can tell it what's crack, and you can just tell it to like block out these apps for certain periods of times. Yeah, you can do that. And so basically when you download Opal, it will like block out all the apps you spend the most time on, and you can choose like the certain amount of hours you wanna avoid going on that app for. So like for example, I used to just block out Instagram basically for the whole day. So for like 10 hours I couldn't use it because that was the app I was on a lot. But you can just do these little things, and doing these little things and implementing these changes will allow you to do so much better. I'll tell you right now though, the best way to eliminate your screen time is just by deleting the fucking apps. Just delete the fucking apps. Just delete TikTok, just delete Instagram. If you're watching bullshit on YouTube, just fucking delete it, okay? If you're watching educational content, then keep it. But if you're watching bullshit, just fucking delete it, right? And most of you, if you've been true to yourself on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, you are watching bullshit. None of it's educational, so just fucking delete it. That's the easiest way I found to actually lowering your screen time, just deleting the apps. And when it comes to other things like gaming, what helped me was the first thing I did was when I was at university, I didn't take my PlayStation with me to university, so it wasn't in my accommodation, it wasn't in my room. And so if the PlayStation isn't in my room, I can't play on it. You see, for me to go and play FIFA or UFC, that's what I was playing at the time, I would have had to have gone and drove like 2 hours away back to home to just play on my PlayStation. And I wasn't going to do that because I'm not a fucking psycho. But it's just little things like that. And I stopped buying PSN, which some of you guys probably don't know this. I'm speaking to you gamers out there. You know what PSN is. When you have this online membership where you can chat to your friends and you have to have it to like play Ultimate Team on FIFA or just do certain things. I stopped renewing that, and I stopped buying games as a whole. And then when I went on my PlayStation, the time after that, there was just nothing for me to do on it, so I just stopped. And I don't even remember the last time I actually played on it. I don't remember the last time I played video games. And you guys can achieve this too, trust me. If you just implement these small changes to start off with, you can do this too. And then after that, it comes down to long-term goals. And what I mean by that is, you need to have goals. When it comes to anything in life, when it comes to being more productive, when it comes to self-improvement, when it comes to you wanting to be successful, you need to have goals. You need to have something to work towards. And you implement these changes and you just do better and better each and every day. And you'll get to that goal. Because doing these things like lowering your screen time, it will make you feel better and you'll be contributing towards that goal. And that's what's most important. In the long term, when it comes to stopping these things, you need to have a sense of purpose and direction. And when you have that, it will be easier for you to really understand how much of an impact it will have on your habits and it will have an impact on how your habits contribute to your goals. And that's what's most important. If you figure out your purpose, if you figure out your goals, and you implement these small changes, I promise you in a few months' time, you will be so much better off and you will be ahead of 99% of other people, I promise you. Stay disciplined.